What's really good, ladies and gentlemen? It's the OG Boricua Dada, aka Chef. Take 645. Listen, it's been technical difficulties. It's all good. We'll get this shit in. Muffins Martinez, the Continental Delight, the Midnight Snack. My brother, how are you? And then we're going to get into this young man right over here.
I'm good, man. Let's, like you said, 6,776 take. Let's skip the intro. Let's go right to the homie right here.
My
Yeah, yo,
brother,
what's up? Oh, what's up, man? Fucking Lee Wrecca, straight from Fillmore, California. Fucking, I'm just sitting out here right now. Fucking, it's a little hot, but I think I got in a better spot.
Yes.
you know what's crazy? Listen, I live in Florida now. I would never
Yeah.
do one of these outside. It's way too hot. So salute to you.
See, I'll probably be melting by the end of this shit, man.
So, first question I got to ask you. I'm a New York guy, so I got to me the greatest roots of all time where hip hop started. Um, what's your influence that got you into doing music?
Oh man, fucking, I got into it a little bit after high school, and fuck, I was listening to like Woo, fucking, like Little Brother,
Yes.
Common, Tribe, De La, a lot of that, like boom bap shit, yeah, mostly that. I always like punchlines a lot, to be honest. When it came to the Wu Tang though, it was funny. Oh yeah, Roots. Roots is a big one too.
Yes.
Roots, fucking Black Thought, dude. He's fucking fuck, man. But
Yes.
yeah, I got into when I was like in high school. I listened to Wu Tang, and I first listened to the Forever album, and I remember I heard that, and I was like, dude, like I don't understand none of this shit, man. Like it was a bit ahead for me, but like I kept listening to it and listening to it. Started making a little more sense to me, and like from there, I just started listening to like other stuff like that. It was pretty trippy.
Yes. Yeah, you mentioned Little Brother, man. That's my crew right there.
Dude, hell yeah, man.
That's my crew,
Met
Little
them
Brother.
twice. I went to when they used to have the Fat Beats in LA. They went
Yes.
to do a signing and a meet and greet for what album it was.
Does listening?
Man, not no. This was after like the minstrel show, the Get
Okay.
Back maybe.
Get back.
Maybe it was that one, and we went. And then I think that weekend they had there was like a Rock the Bells or one of those festivals, and they were there too. And we just like ran into them, and they like recognized it. It was funny from the
Nice.
from the Fat Beats. Yeah, but hell yeah, dude, Fonte, Big Pooh, fucking Ninth Wonder. I mean, at the time, the Ninth Wonder wasn't with them anymore, but I mean, still, the Listening and the Minstrel Show are like dope ass albums. Like I see them as like classics, to be honest.
Yeah, they're doing the last tour now. So I guess now
Oh,
there's
I heard about that.
yeah, they got back together, they squashed their beef, everything is good. They're gonna do the last
Oh,
tour and that's it. So which I'm glad they're doing that, go out on a high note.
oh hell yeah.
So going chef, my bad man. He said little brother, you know how that shit goes.
Nah, the way I thought we would kick it is like obviously I'm gonna ask more of the hip hop stuff, and you're the wrestling guy, so I figured you'll ask the wrestling stuff, I'll ask the hip hop shit. So we'll just bounce back and
All
forth.
right. All right. So I seen some of your stuff that you done, and I saw the little one that you did for our homie Papo Esco.
Yeah.
Yeah, big fat King Papo, man. That's the homie right there, man. Nobody can mess with him.
Yeah,
But
that's
so
family.
how did you get your music into the wrestling side of things?
Well, through with the Imagine Pro Wrestling, the dude, Boom Shasta, the homie, he's the one that's always been supportive of what I do, and I would always be posting videos and verses and stuff and like music, and he was always just supportive, and like he's just like a big hip hop head too, so we connected through that. And just at one point, it was like they did an event. Like I want to say it was like last year, maybe, or the year before. They did a wrestling event, and then Papa was there too, and he won the last. He was the last match, and he won it, if I remember well. And so I was there, and I enjoyed the show. It was like my first like wrestling show that I've gone to, like an event. Yeah, so
Wow.
like I went and I took my lady and we digged it, man. It was dope as fuck and it was fun and we had like a really good time. And the homie Boom was like, like, oh, well, at that event they had the homies at Dark Room. They're from the same area from 805. They had them performing they did two performances. It was them and then another girl, Esperancita, and they were like rocking like on the ring, like kind of like if it was like a halftime show thing, And I
Nice.
thought it was dope as hell. And like, when I talked to Boom later that night, he was like, oh, like, I want to work with you, and like, we're gonna get it to the point where like, you could rock like some of the events as well. And it wasn't until like January or like December when he hit me up last December, and he told me like I was official with them and that I was gonna be part of the artist roster with them. So then that's when this show happened. I think it was like 2 weeks ago with right there in Oxnard at the mystery shop, and I did my I didn't have it rocked for like a year, and I ended up doing that show. I did a performance.
Nice.
So yeah, shout out to Boom, man. He's the one that got me in, and from there I just like meet the other people that are part of the group and stuff, or part of the team.
So all right.
Yeah.
When I ask inspiration, is there like an MC that, like a solo artist that you said, all right, I'm gonna take a little bit of this, I'm gonna take a little bit of that, and kind of make my own shit, or you just said, fuck it, I'm going in blind. My sound is my sound, and I am who I am.
It's interesting. I have a couple that I studied, to get my style together. Of course, I was a big fan of Big Pun, like Big Pun, Big Daddy Kane, uh, what is it, Elzai? I've met him. He's dope. Who else? Black Thought, of course. Um, as far as like my style here where I live at right now, the main thing right now here is like G funk, like kind of like cholo kind of music, like Chicano rap kind of, and like I'm Mexican, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Latino too. But it's just when I was listening to these dudes, like the artists that I like, it was just kind of like nobody really knew who I was talking about. Like they're not really that big like around here.
Yep.
There was only like a selected people that knew who I was talking about, but everybody else was like more into like the Chicano stuff, or of course like Dr. Dre and Snoop and shit like that. So when it came to me doing my style, I kind of didn't want to follow that same path that like the rest of them from this town were like following, where it was like do it, to Chicano. I've done verses over like G Funk and stuff like that. I kind of just do it in a way of like I'm gonna like fuck this beat up, like, and just put like my own like twist to it, my bars and shit like that. But yeah, mostly it was just kind of like, I had this taste that was like it kind of just seemed like it was acquired here, like an acquired taste, because not a lot of people knew like the people that I was listening to. So I kind of threw that in my style, where it's like, I'm from here, but like I'm kind of like alternative in a way. Like I'm gonna, I'm not gonna I'm not just because they do that kind of style, but it's not like that deep. It's just like
Yeah.
it's like the same kind of stuff. They're just talking about like partying and drinking and stuff like that. So like I just kind of threw like my twist in it, and I was like, I'm just gonna rap about like what the fuck I want to rap about. I want to spit bars. I want to talk shit like on these tracks, and just like I did like a kung fu track one time. I recently did a song last year where it was just like I did like a Spanish song. And I'm working on a project. I did the Spanish song and I called it Karateka, and it was just like it was just me rapping in Spanish, but I had like a bunch of like karate like references in it and shit. Like so, like shit like that. Cause like I feel like a lot of dudes wouldn't like here wouldn't really do that kind of style or do those kind of like bars, that kind of music, just because maybe like the ego, or it's like, oh, they won't take me that serious if I'm like fucking around and stuff. But I mean that's mainly what it is with me. Like I kind of want to like the way I write too is like I try to write shit that I I try not to repeat the same thing twice. So like I'm just like I'll just be chilling, whatever, and I think of a bar, and it like might have like a funny little thing to it, or it might be like interesting, or it's just something I just haven't heard before, like anyone reference to, and I just jot it down, and I end up actually using it for certain songs or something.
So, Muffins, before you go in, I gotta ask one thing because I'm
Yes,
big into like kung fu flicks and all that.
yes,
I'm a
yes,
big like Jet Li's my guy, Donnie Yen is
yeah.
my guy. So,
Oh fuck
if
yeah,
you're throwing martial art references out there, I'm curious. Like,
yes.
do you mess with the kung fu scene? Like,
Heavy dude, like heavy. Like my when I was a kid, like my dad was the one that got me into that shit. He had all like the old movies and shit, old Jackie Chan movies like Bruce Lee. And
Now, is it the mainstream American stuff, or is it like their traditional home stuff?
no, he had the old stuff. The thing is that I was young at the time, so like I found Jackie Chan like with like Rumble in the Bronx,
Okay,
and
because
then after that, I went back and I started seeing like what he had, and I was like checking it out, and I saw like Drunken Master, fucking
classic
what is yeah, like the older stuff, you know.
facts.
But no, well, it's funny because like that you mentioned like Jet Li and like Donnie Yen and all that because like my name is pretty much like a reference to like a video game. So like there's this like video. I don't know if you're familiar with like the SNK games and like the Neo Geos and
Of
all that.
course, of course.
Okay, so like there was this game called Last Blade. Are you familiar with that game, Last Blade?
Yep.
And there's a guy on there that's dressed like Jet Li from the Once Upon a Time in China movies, and his name is Lee Wrecca, but it's spelled
But
different, you know, like I spelled it different. And so I saw that shit and I was just like, dude, like I was tripping out when I played that game because I was like, dude, like fuck, like they fucking Jet Li is in this fucking game, like what the fuck, right? And so like I was tripping out on it, and then like I started doing the moves, and he's like with the fan, and like he's doing like the what is it, like the shadowless kick and all that, like he's
yep,
doing all that
yep.
shit, and I was like, dude, my mind was blown, dude, because I was like big on those films, and I was like, dude, like they really threw Jet Li in this fucking game, like what the hell? And so I found out what the name was, and I was telling my homies like we were in Vegas, and we went to an arcade, and that same cabinet was there, and I was playing it, and they were just watching me play it, and I was like, dude, this guy's name is Lee Wrecca, dude. Like, I kind of want to use that name. And these guys, we were in the middle of doing a project, right? And like at the time, I used to go by Deep Stats, and like in the middle of the project, this is when we went, and they were like, dude, use it as an alias, dude. Like it's a cool nickname, but like don't use it as your main one. But I don't know. I guess I was stubborn and I used it because like my actual name is Lisandro. So I was like, dude, like Lee Wrecca, like what the fuck? Like why wouldn't I use that shit, right?
Exactly.
And so I ended up using it like in the middle of the fucking project. And so like I pretty much like changed my name in the middle of the project. We didn't even finish it, like in the middle of it. And then so we have certain songs like on the project, and like my homeboy Cryptic, he performed with me at the mystery shop show at the I Imagine. He was like there's lines he'll be like, oh, like stats, like he'll reference me, but it's like these are songs that we did before, so like we just kept them. He didn't want to like change it and shit, you know. And so like there's like a song that we did at that show, the last one called Lyrical Mariachi, and in that one too, like right when he ends his first verse, he's just like oh, just wait for stats, and like we just always roll with it, and I just do my part and shit, you know, like we just never like changes it. So I thought that was funny, and I was just like, oh, they were probably like, man, fuck this guy, dude. Like he straight changed his name in the middle of the fucking project, dude. Like fuck this guy.
They do got like two different names in the same song.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but I mean, it's MC shit. I mean, you know, fucking Wu members have like so many aliases and shit. You know,
Yeah,
like so. Like, I
yeah.
mean, I have mine. I have mine too. Like, I've referred to myself in like other names before too and shit. So, I mean, it's the MC shit, I guess.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
was
way it
gonna
goes.
say because you talk about the music, and
Yes.
I'm Puerto Rican, and I try to
Uh,
keep an open mind about different artists and stuff. I think
yeah.
there's only three Mexican artists hip hop that I ever knew that I liked, and that was a lighter shade of brown,
Okay.
Conejo,
Okay.
and Kid Frost.
Nice.
Because Kid Frost was like the original one guy that I knew from like the late '80s, '90s, who
Nah.
I heard like rapping. I said, "Oh shit, a
Yeah.
Latino
Nah.
rapper."
Legend.
Before I found out he was Mexican, and then of course, Conejo who got like 1,000 albums, you
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
in all the movies that he does, and then a lot of shit of Brown when they came out with the Saturday afternoon
Mhm.
joint there in the '90s, and you're just like, oh shit, yes, yes, this is what I like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, that's the only three ones that I ever knew. I know there's like hundreds and
Oh,
more,
now, yeah.
but you mentioned about you did the stuff last week. Any wrestler that you saw there, is there any wrestler that you want to? I want to do their theme song or opening song when they come to the ring too,
Oh,
Mm.
like the intro. Like I felt this guy or this girl. I felt the
Mm.
energy, and right there something popped into my head, and the lyrics just started flowing, and I want to do the intro. Like
Yeah.
like that happened.
I would do it. I would do it for the homie Boom Shasta. Like, he's got a dope style. Like when he wrestles and shit. So like I feel like my style would kind of fit his entrance. It'd be pretty dope. I just come with some like hard ass shit, just like some bars and stuff on like this crazy like boom bap type of beat, and just like rip that shit the fuck up. Like I would want to do that. I mean, Papo too. Papo too would be dope too, man. Like that fool, he's dope. He's the background noise. He fucking truck over here.
Yeah, you can have
But
them open up with like the King Kong reference in the
yeah,
background. Like
yeah. Some
and
like fucking some
apes.
like kaiju shit, like Godzilla's coming kind of
Yes,
shit, man. Like dude, that'd be fucking dope as hell, man.
yeah, like the Planet of the Apes or something like a nice intro. Like here, like
Yeah,
Homo sapien is here. Here comes Papo, blah 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 blah. Just
yeah.
banging his chest.
Like
So
I fucked around too with like rapping over like rock beats before too, which is pretty dope. That would be pretty dope too. I kind of like shit like that as well.
I think the first time I heard because I went to a Onyx Biohazard concert back in the days, but that was just loud and crazy. Um, the one that I always remember is Jay-Z and Linkin Park, right? Because you can always
Oh
go
yeah.
rock this way with Run DMC and what was that? Not
Mm.
Aerosmith. Was it Aerosmith or
Aerosmith.
Guns N' Roses?
Yeah,
Aerosmith.
it was Aerosmith.
Aerosmith. Like, so you could go back to that, but I think the lyrical genius between Linkin Park, because Linkin Park is one of my all time favorites,
Oh
um,
hell yeah, they're dope.
and Jay Z, I think they killed it. But now that you're kind of getting your feet into this wrestling industry, what kind of homework are you doing? Because the wrestling industry, we've known it. We know a lot of professional wrestlers.
Mm.
Management. We've met a lot of people. There's a homework you have to do because you're getting into it. You can't just come in there. You know what I mean? Like raw and awesome. Oh, I'm just gonna be me and do whatever. So I'm curious on
Mm.
what's the steps you might take to say, you know what, I'm gonna learn. Even like if you're gonna step into a ring to wipe your feet before you go into it, things like that. Like, is there what kind of homework are you doing? With getting into what you're getting into?
Well, right now, because I just kind of started, but I was watching like events and stuff. I was like on online watching just trying to get the scene a bit of just like more like independent like wrestling and
Yep.
stuff. And like I know there's like a lot of like leagues out there, so I was going through that, and it's interesting shit, like I was one of those people back then, when I was younger, like when I was in high school and like middle school, of course it was all like the Stone Cold, like the Rock and all that shit,
Yeah.
that were like the big and like unfortunately I was one of those that was like I don't watch it because it's like fake and this and that, but like down the line I started watching I was just telling my homeboy this story yesterday too, like I watch these video essays sometimes, like they're like kind of like my shit, like what I watch like online.
Yeah.
And there's this guy called Eye Patch Wolf, and he did a couple of them on wrestling, and I kind of just watched him just because I really follow him, and he just has a way with words, and he kind of like sucked me into that kind of like the idea of like the stories that go behind like wrestling and like the rivalries and like how it's like all set up and everything. And he did one on Roman Reigns that was really interesting because it talked about how they kind of wanted him to be set up as like the next guy after Cena, but then like the crowds weren't like fucking with them because they kind of saw through it. And so the video was pretty much about how, like, he's who he is, he's his character, but at the same time he's also a human. And like they were trying to force this character down everybody's throats to be like, this is going to be like the new guy, but
Yep.
like he would come out and they were like, you suck, like they just like fucking just dissed the shit out of him. And like he like pointed out this one match where like you could see it in his face that it really like fucked with him. And I thought that was like crazy how like, no matter what they try to do to make this guy the main guy, like just the people like just weren't like fucking with it. And like it kind of like really attacked him, like his actual like his person, just because like it's like, dude, like I do all of this, they're trying to help me to do all this, but like how come you guys won't accept me? And I'm sure that shit was pretty damaging to him. So like when I watched that video, it's kind of when I got a little more into it again. And like I think it's crazy, like sometimes like the stories that they try to do with that, and like the stories they try to present like behind the scenes or like within the match as well, when like it comes to like certain rivalries and stuff. So like, I'm new at it, but like I'm trying to get it a bit more, especially now that I'm part of that team where like even though I'm just like an artist, like I'm not like a wrestler, I'm an artist, like I mean, I do need to have that understanding of it, and I need to have that respect, like for like what the sport is, like for what wrestling is, you know. So I'm doing my homework. I'm in the middle of it, is what I'm trying to say. Like I'm in the middle of like getting to know it well, you know, because like everything else, I mean, it's art, you know. It's you know, you just have to have a respect for it if you're part of it.
Yeah, and the cool thing is, I think that you're coming into a brand. Now, I'm very new to coming into what you guys are doing, and I love what you're doing because there's not a lot of representation of our people, and that goes to
Yeah,
anyone from any urban environment, any in a
yeah,
city, whatever. You guys are doing it on a different level, and you could come in being you. You know what I'm saying? And it's exactly
yeah,
like I was saying. You all you got to do is come and respect the game a little bit. Don't
yeah,
change who you are. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
you're part of this amazing team that this is going to rise well, and I don't know how you guys produce it because I've been trying to look for things and I'm only catching like snippets here and stuff like that, little
Hmm.
videos. So I would love it to be on some kind of YouTube or something, maybe a month
Yeah,
after it drops so we can start coming in because honestly, like I said, King Fatboy Papo Esco, he's family. He'll tell you that we fuck with him heavy. Um, I would love to just be a fan of what you guys are doing because it
yeah,
resonates to where I'm from, and I'm not
yeah,
from California, but and like I said, it could be Detroit, Chicago, LA, whatever. If it comes from that environment, my people, I'm already invested. I want to
yeah.
see because like I follow this thing called BKFC and they're doing kind of the same thing what you guys are doing where they have music and DJs playing music and everything. So they
Hmm.
give you this it's not just an event, it's a show. And it gives you
Yeah,
more. And if we could have people, rapping and singing in the ring, that shit only resonates to the people even more.
yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. Well, I could send you guys a link. There was a Twitch stream for it that I think is still up
Oh,
for
Ooh,
sure,
the
sure,
whole
yeah.
event. So after this, I could send it to you guys. You guys could check it out.
Awesome, awesome.
Um, yeah, cause yeah, it was like I think like maybe like 2 days before the event, they let us know like, oh, it's gonna be on Twitch, and I was like, oh, okay,
see,
cool, dope, fuck yeah, fuck yeah,
that's the information I need to know, right? Like that's
yeah,
now I'm excited because I'll be honest with you. Listen, I say Muffins, he knows all about wrestling. I mean, on some real shit. You ever want to? Don't say no. Don't do that. Any
Yeah.
question you ask this man, he'll know it in full detail. It's nuts. So he's the one who keeps me involved with the wrestling. I don't watch a lot of wrestling, but
mm,
if we could see it, we could talk it. You know what I mean? Because this is what we do. We
yeah,
talk wrestling, and what we like is what we like. So
mm,
we try to do with, oh man, PCW Ultra, but there's big gaps in between their shows, so it's kind of like it's hard to cover it. So
mm,
anything King Fatboy Papa Wesco, we love Memphis. You know what I mean? He does this thing over there. So we're like, yo,
yeah.
let's do it. I want to see motherfuckers rapping and doing their thing. Yeah, you're somebody. My fault, brother. I know I'm like ODing right now.
Yeah, man, that's all right, man. But that's good, that's good. But I wanted to ask the record here. Since you're getting into that right now, do you
Yeah.
see yourself getting into the ring with you and your lady becoming like a mixed tag team? And if so, like
Whoa, wait.
what will be your intro song that you will use?
Oh
Hold on.
man.
Hold on, bro. You
What?
literally just asked if he's gonna get in, right? And then you
I'm saying
doubled down
I'm
with
saying
trying to throw his lady
mixed
in the
tag
ring.
team, man,
We
mixed
don't
tag
even
team.
know if this lady likes wrestling.
Hey man,
Hey,
he said she went to the show and you had a
she
good
went to
time.
the show,
It's a
man.
full up man.
Nah, my lady will fuck someone up, dude. She's about it, dude. She's about it. You know, shout out to my lady, to my Ellie, man. She'll fuck someone up. It's funny, dude. But no, you know what? As far as like a song, like
Like,
there's some.
you use one of your own
You know
songs
what's
or
a
something else.
Nah, he
what
uses
a
his own.
one crazy song that I always like the intro of, and it just like builds up. Is Sean Price's King Kong? I think it's King
Yes,
Kong, dude.
yes.
Dun 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 dun. Dude. Um,
Rest in
I
peace,
went to
John Free.
a one of those festivals where you guys are familiar with Supernatural
Yes,
freestyle.
yes, sir.
He came out. He was a surprise like performance. He came out and he like that was the beat he came out to like and he rapped over it and dude like everybody went crazy. And that beat's just like for an entrance, I think that's like one of the dopest fucking like beats, man. That's like I don't know, it's just insane, dude. But I would probably try to come out to that.
Sean Price.
Fucking
So
Sean Price, man.
Yeah,
you're
rest in
ready to
peace,
take a
Sean
bump,
P.
and like you're gonna. Okay, so you're getting your feet wet. Let's not just jump the gun and go crazy with them.
I'm
But
going crazy with it.
I know you're going. This is what you do. So
Yeah,
you're getting your feet wet. You're enjoying the process. And listen, I always tell people the journey is the best part of the process of the journey is the best part. It's not the end game. It's the
yeah,
entire ride going forward. So
yeah.
enjoy it. Take your time. Embrace it. Um, Taking spots sucks. I've taken spots. It's like whatever. Unfortunately, I've done a show. I can send you the video. I knocked out one of my friends because they were like, "Yo, you got to hit the ref," and I'm like, "I don't know how to pull a punch. I know how to throw a punch." And he didn't,
Mm,
he didn't bob and weave when he was supposed to bob and weave. So, he goes down. I'm like, "Oh shit." Um,
damn.
yeah, it sucked because that's my brother, but oh well. So you're prepared. Like, is this something? Because the more I'm going to tell you, it's a drug. It's addicting.
Yeah.
When you start hearing that crowd and they start actually responding to you and everything, you're gonna be like, damn. And then when that time comes, yo, you're gonna have to take a spot. You're gonna be training and all that. It's gonna keep going, right? I'm just being
Mhm.
honest with you. So if you're gonna do that, I'm just saying I'm a fan, right? Like I want to see people. If you're gonna do something, I need a finisher, right? Like we're jumping the gun. I might as well just ask you if you're gonna do a finisher, what would your finisher be?
Oh, damn. Like a
We're
finisher?
jumping the gun. This is what this guy decided to do.
Yeah.
Look, now he's
Damn.
thinking like, what's the
I'm like,
coolest
I know. I'm
thing I
like,
can think
I'm
of?
trying to think. Like,
You
what
see,
would it
what's the
be,
coolest
man?
thing I can think of?
I'll think like a crazy ass like stomp or some shit, dude. Like, I don't know, some Tims or something. Just stomp someone the fuck out,
Well,
or
what's
like,
the shit that Seth
The,
Rollins does? Because doesn't he do like a curb stomp?
oh,
Or something?
yeah, the curb stump.
mm,
It's
The
a
curb
good look.
something like that.
it'll be the King Kong stump. Woo, blah, blah, the King Kong stump. Blah, blah.
Yeah, something
Now,
like that.
yeah, now, when is the next event that they have?
Ooh.
Do you know?
Right now there's no specific date. He was saying sometime in the summertime though,
Now,
where they might actually have like the event like the one that I went to the first time, like where they had like the actual wrestling with the matches and like the performances like in the middle of it. This last one was more like a pop up. Like we went to the store, they had the wrestlers, they were there to meet and greet people, and then we had the performances. That's
nice.
pretty much what that was. Like maybe like kind of like a lead up to like that other event that's gonna happen later.
Okay, so there's nothing concrete that you're gonna be doing some music and stuff there now yet.
Not yet. Not. He said he was gonna let me know. He wants to get me involved with that one too as well. So I'm just waiting to see what when they get an actual date.
Awesome.
And of course I'll let you guys know and stuff like when that happens.
Sure, for sure.
Yeah, because like I said, man, I'm excited for new shit. I like new stuff. I like urban shit. I like all of it. I like the sound, I like the style. I like graffiti. I'm a former graffiti person. I mean, this is all my
Nice.
artwork behind me.
Dope. Dope.
Yeah, like
I'm
so.
Puerto Rican and I cannot even read graffiti.
Yo, bro, all the artwork that like all little logos, like yeah, I took the Wu Tang thing, but the rest of that's all me. Like everything that you see us do is from me. This guy complains I can't read shit. I'm like, yo, bro, if you can read it, it's not graffiti. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, there's
Yeah.
nothing to read graffiti easy. I can't even understand. I can't even make out a word. I think that's
You
a
know what?
D
You know what?
A
My
R.
bad.
no,
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 Go
go
ahead.
ahead,
My
go
bad.
ahead.
My bad.
no, go
I was
ahead, go
gonna
ahead.
say, I draw, dude. Like I do like I have like my little character. I don't know if you guys seen him on my page.
Yep.
I draw and like at one point, like I tried to do graffiti and I couldn't. My shit came out so whack, dude. Like but I was just like, you know what? I can't. I think it's the lettering for me. Like doing lettering is a bit kind of it's pretty hard for me. Like I'm more into like doing characters and like shit like that. But yeah, the graffiti shit's like, fuck, man, I give you props, man. That shit's fucking a lot of shit I've seen that comes out is fucking dope, man. Like what they could do, but I'm just like, I don't think I could do that shit.
Yeah, he's the graffiti guy, man. I cannot even read it. I don't know nothing.
So, last question I have, right? Because I
Yeah,
know we're all over the place. It's hot as fuck, and I
yeah.
don't want you like dying out
Yeah,
there.
he's
I'm,
melting
I'm a
already,
pass.
man. He's
I'm
melting.
a pass out. I'm pass out right now.
Yeah, he's melting already.
So, like,
Oh yeah,
for the next event, obviously we don't know what's going on, but
yeah.
for if they say, "Yo, we got to come in," are you going to jump right into the lab and start writing, like, or you want to come back with something a little more comfortable, something that you know off the
Mm,
rip, so you can just let it go?
well, I have songs that I'm sitting on right now just because of this project that I'm working on. I'm thinking um, the plan for the project. I'm working on an album. Right, I've been working on the album with the producer out in. He's from Oxnard, but he's out in San Jose. Shout out to JX. And I got this project coming up called the Bullet Journal. And
Oh,
so yeah, so I 10 tracks, and I'm this is kind of like the first time I do like kind of like not that it's a solo project, but a project where I do majority of the writing because I've been in two groups, and so like the project I was talking about before where I changed my name in the middle of it. That was with my homies. They're from here in town, Westward. Shout out to Cryptic and Joey Funk. And I was always used to like, okay, like I'm gonna write one verse and that's it, or I'm gonna do one verse, half a verse. Me and my homeboy will go back and forth on it, and then like one of us will do the chorus. So it wasn't like a lot of writing. And then I was in another group where we were doing songs, and it was like six of us. So of course, like I was still doing one verse. I would do a lot of what is it, like collabs. I've done like ciphers. So it's like I was just used to just doing the 16 bar verse for like
mm,
one song, pretty much. So then this homie, we were at a show and he did an open mic. I got on and he started asking for me, like, oh, anybody know like Lyreca's contact? And he ended up hitting me up about like doing a project. This was like a couple years ago. So he was just sending me beats. There was a couple beats I wrote too. I didn't feel like I put them aside. Finally came across like 10 beats that I was like, okay, like this is gonna be like the album. And so I started writing like a lot, like for all these. This is my first time writing like complete like solo songs. I've done a couple in the past, but they weren't. They were just kind of just me, like kind of just ripping it up. It was just like maybe
yeah,
like one long verse, stuff like that. Um, but these, I mean, I still keep the bars going, but it's like I put them like in a song format, where like they have the choruses, they have an intro, outro, and like all that was kind of new to me. So like, um, this project is pretty personal to me. That once I put it out, it's gonna be like the closest anyone will hear to like a solo Wrecca album in a minute.
that's what's
Yep,
up.
of course, it's because he does the beats and I'm doing the vocals and stuff. So I have all these are I'm still we're in the final on the final steps of it where like I'm sorting things out, I'm sending him the stems, all that. And the plan is like I'm saying maybe like a June release,
Okay,
which I kind
okay.
of just want to like put this out because like I kind of like lagged on it a bit, I'm very like indecisive about shit. I'm kind of like a perfectionist, which kind of sucks because like like when you're like that, it's like one little thing and it's just like, oh shit, I gotta fix that. Oh shit, I can't send this. Like I gotta go back. I gotta go back in the lab. I gotta do this. But yeah, I'm at the point where it's like, you know what, like I've been holding on to this for like a good minute. Like the Karateka song that I was talking about. That's been like the only single that we released for it, which was last year. And yeah, like I think it's just time that like I finally put this shit out. Just because like people are just kind of like waiting for it, like I yeah, I just come across people and they're just like, dude, when you gonna put out shit? When you gonna put out shit? And I'm kind of like a slow writer, dude. Like I take my time with it, which kind of sucks, just because like how it is now, where like people are so consistent now and releasing shit, but at the same
Yeah,
time, like when I see like a lot of people just release shit, it's like it's always like the same stuff. So it's like I try not to let it like bother me too much. Because I mean, how many times can you really like make a song about just like partying and bitches and like, over the same beat, over the same like flow but I guess unfortunately these guys could do like so many fucking songs the same way, and it's just, people
Yep.
fuck with it. But I mean, like I said before, like I kind of just feel like I'm the alternative, like here in town or like here in this area where it's like, if you don't fuck with that kind of shit, if you want to hear some bars, you want to hear something a little different, then I got music for you.
Awesome.
Facts.
Yeah.
Listen, and the only thing I'll tell you is, bro, trust your own process, right? It ain't
No.
about nobody else's shit. Fuck
Yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah.
because like you said, everybody sounds the same on their shit. It's nothing different. You do what you do. You do what's best for you, because the rest of these motherfuckers don't matter. What you got for them on the last question, so we get them some water, because damn.
Yeah.
I just met him, and I'm already waiting for the new project.
Damn.
I'll let you guys know for sure, man. I'll let you guys know for sure when that's out, dude. For sure. I'm gonna keep you guys posted.
Awesome, man. Appreciate it.
So listen, throw some plugs out there so we can get you up out of here and get you back into the AC.
Oh shit. Yeah. Well, just Lee Wrecca, LIWRECCA. I'm fucking. I'm on Instagram, Facebook. I got a YouTube channel. I got some stuff on there. I have TikTok. It's all just Lee Wrecca. Just look that up, and you'll pretty much find me on there. Follow. What is it? The Imagine Pro Wrestling, of course. Shout out to Boom Shast. Shout out to Papa Esco. Just everybody in the team, and it's like, it's dope to be, part of a team like that, which is like I say, it's new for me, but like, just the fact that I'm part of something, like, it's a dope feeling. And like, I'm just looking forward to the future events, and just like what the future holds for the league, and like wrestling and all that, and the music, of course.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, but like, shout out to them, shout out to you guys. Thanks for like the interview, and it was dope meeting you guys and like chopping it up. Like, this shit was dope as fuck, even though I'm melting right now, but I mean, fuck it, it was worth it,
Go inside.
It was worth it's worth it. I know. I was like, just go inside already.
Go inside, man.
But yeah, no, yeah, it was a dope ass interview, man. And just like, shout out to them, and like, shout out to my lady and all that, and my lady Ellie, and the homies, Westward and all that. Just shout out to all those dudes.
Awesome.
Now, listen, salute to you. Y'all got the links, man. Well, we'll put whatever links. I'll try to fit them in there. Like I said, I'm 45. He's older than me, so we're kind of fucking slow to technology. I'm not gonna hold you on that, but listen, we'll drop this sometime next week, because we got to edit and all that bullshit.
Yeah, of course.
Listen, support the homie, support Imagine Pro Wrestling. Listen, it is what it is. We out of here. Deuces.
Peace.